Rose with a 4mm hook using American terminology, and I'm using this turquoise wool. You'll need a darning needle and a pair of scissors. So I'm going to start by making a slip stitch and chaining 36. I like to chain the extra bit of wool along just to keep it tidy with my first few stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 35, 36. 36 chains. I am now going to skip the first chain and I'm going to do a single crochet into each chain along. So that would be 35 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 31, 32, 33, 34 and 35 single crochet. That's your first row. It should look like that. Now I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. And into the same space I'm going to do 2 more double crochet for the first petal. 1, 2. I'm then going to chain 3 and I'm going to slip stitch into the next single crochet. And that's your first petal. I'm going to repeat that twice more. Chain 3 counts as your first double, 2 double into the same stitch, whoops, 1, 2, chain 3, slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3 one more time, 2 double into the same stitch, 1, 2, chain 3, slip stitch into the next stitch. And that's your first 3 petals, and they're the smallest. Now I'm going to chain 3, I'm going to double crochet into the same stitch twice and into the next stitch twice, 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 3 and I'm going to slip stitch into the next single crochet, and I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. I'm going to chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch twice, 1, 2, and into the next stitch twice, 1, 2, chain 3 and slip stitch into the next single crochet, and 1 more time, chain 3 counts as your first double, double crochet twice into the same stitch, whoops, double crochet twice into the next stitch, let's get some wool, chain 3 and slip stitch into the next stitch. And you're then going to have 6 petals on your rose. 3 small, 3 slightly bigger, and the rest of the rose is going to be larger petals. So you're going to start by chaining 4, which counts as a treble crochet. And into the same stitch you're going to do 2 treble crochets, which means wrapping the wool around the hook 3 times, 1 or twice, and going through once, twice, 3 times. And you're going to do 2 treble crochets in the next 2 singles. 1 treble, 2 treble, and 2 more. 1, 2. And you're going to chain 4 and slip stitch into the next single crochet. So your petal is going to look like that. And you're going to repeat that pattern right to the end. So we'll do it one more time to show you. Chain 4, That'll be the same height as a treble. And you're going to treble twice into the same stitch. So wrap the wool around the hook twice, and you're going to pull it through like so. Wrap it around twice. And you're going to do 2 trebles in the next 2 single crochets. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're going to chain 4 like that, and you're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet, and you're just going to repeat that pattern right to the very end. So you're going to have petals that look that size. They're the large ones. So I'll meet you back at the end. So I've come to my last petal. So again, I'm going to chain 4. I'm going to do 2 trebles. 1. Wrap the wool around the hook twice. 2. The same into the next one. 1, 2, and into the last one. 1 treble, 2 trebles, and I'm going to chain 4 and slip stitch into the last stitch, last single crochet, and that's your rose done. And what I like to do to anchor the wool is I like to chain 1, cut enough thread so you can sew it in, and pull the thread through. You can pull that tight, and your rose should look kind of like that. So now what you have to do, starting in the middle with the smaller petals, you need to just twist the petals around each other with the bigger ones on the outside. Of course, the bigger the hook, the bigger the flower. So your flower should look like that. And I use these flowers on hair clips and brooches and cardigans for my daughter. And you don't have to be great at sewing. So just thread your needle. Once the wool is nice and secure, you just sew it in. Now, and at the very end, I like to just put the thread in and out just to make sure that the rose doesn't come loose. Whoops. And not get a petal caught on it. Like that. Just cut your thread. And you should end up with a rose that looks like that.